I'm going to go into talk radio sweet spot mode right now, and I'm going to talk about Barack Obama. Looking at the Drudge Report right now, the lead story with photos. Obama 44%, Christie 43%. The other day, I think it was Obama up 4 over Herman Cain, and it ties to a thing that Charles Krauthammer said just yesterday. Let's play that clip from Charles Krauthammer.
I think even worse for Obama than the decline in the intensity of support among Democrats, because after all, where are they going to go? They're going to, on election day, they'll be out there for him, is the number on independents. The number on independents is just staggeringly bad. 31% approval of independence. Obama won the election in 2008 on the basis of independence, and the first hint of trouble came in the off-year elections at the end of 2009 in Virginia and New Jersey, where independents in states that had gone Obama went 2-1 against Obama, and then in the Senate race for the so-called Kennedy seat in January of 2010, the independents went 3-1 against Democrats. And I think if Obama cannot rise from the 31% approval he has among independents, he's going to suffer a landslide.
I said that what the media tends to do is...
Wow, I don't know what happened to his voice at the very end, but that happens. Happened to Peter Brady, can happen to Charles Krauthammer. I believe that to the core of my being as well. I believe, everybody's out there trying to figure out whether it should be Christie or Cain or Romney or Perry. I believe that Barack Obama is the only way he's going to win is in a scenario that's exactly like the movie Weekend at Bernie's. I think that his political career is over and only the mainstream media can take him over the finish line, but there are just too many people that now understand that the mainstream media is the problem. That's what my business is, and it's keeping them at bay. And what I'm starting to notice, and here's the dynamic that as I see it. For the years of the Bush administration where Bush did not defend himself, where many of us thought that most, if not a good portion of his ideas and policies were defendable, we defended them as much as we could, but Bush wouldn't do it himself. But the progressive movement during that period of time just took over the Democratic Party in a major way. There's no such thing as the Democratic Leadership Conference anymore. It is now the hardcore left, and the hardcore left, through agitation and through harsh rhetoric, portrayed the Bush administration not just as incompetent, but that they were evil. And so by the time Barack Obama was set up to be the president of the United States, they had so built up the Republican Party as being the definition of evil that they created Obama as the antidote, and not just any antidote, a transcendent antidote. And the quickness with which this transcendent figure became all too human was almost immediate. We never got any of the soaring rhetoric. We got a revelation that it was all built upon Hollywood, that it was built upon the teleprompter. The teleprompter even crashed at one of his press conferences. We started to realize that he wasn't even in control. He handed over the stimulus to Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid. He wasn't even in the mood to lead. He handed over things to Richard Trumka and Andy Stern at SEIU, the union thugs. And I think that there were a lot of people in the Democratic Party who really believed in his transcendence and really believed that since Bush was just so bad and that Obama was so good, it was going to be not just 4 years or 8 years of progressive control of the government, and that we were going to move into being a center-left nation, that when it came falling down so quickly, that these people have not yet grappled with that reality. And the thing that I'm starting to notice out there, other than these polls are showing that Barack Obama is incredibly vulnerable, is those people who were not the independents, who have just absolutely peeled away from Obama, but those people who were the true believers are in freak-out mode. And has anybody out there, I'm sure you've heard of it, do you remember what happened to Bristol Palin about a week and a half ago? when she was at a cowboy bar filming a reality series, and a guy by the name of Stephen Hanks confronted her as she was thrown off of the bull, and he said something about, "Is that how Levi rode you? Is your mother a whore? Your mother's a whore," that type of stuff. This guy, we found out, his name is Stephen Hanks, and he's a manager of actors, including one of the stars of the former television show Alias. And I found out that this is a guy who goes on Twitter by the moniker Sick of Palin. And I had to block him on Twitter because he's just such an angry guy. But he's not the only person on Twitter who's angry from the hard left. There's a lot of it out there. And yesterday that happened to me. I was at the Brentwood Country Mart. I'm putting it up on Big Government today just because I want to show people who these people are. And I was having carnitas tacos with my friend Paul Raff for his 45th birthday, and a guy out of nowhere just started coming after me, gets in my face, starts bothering me at an epic level. And I'm like, something's going on here. This doesn't happen usually. And I think that this freak out is because they realize that the utopia that they've believed in their entire lives, that Barack Obama was going to be that person, and they know that after the last 8 to 10 years of attacking conservatives at cocktail parties, of attacking conservatives everywhere they go, making it so that conservatives just have to keep their mouths shut, except for on AM Talk Radio and Fox News, that their world is about to collapse. And so we're going to talk about that in the next hour. We're going to talk about, are you starting to see the big freak out? Are people coming up to you and calling your mother a whore when you get thrown off of an electric bull or a mechanical bull? We'll be taking your phone calls at 866-509-RANT. That's 866-509-7268. I'm Andrew Breitbart. This is The Dennis Miller Show.